Mbamba na-emegode ebe o kwesịrị na-eme. Hey, you have just successfully voted. You have just what? Successfully voted. Hey, yes. The US has now approved the voting box for referendum. And I can tell you that people are voting with maximum speed. When I say maximum, you say speed. Hey, oge ruo onye mgbe ekwesịrị ịma ife a na-eme, ama ebe a na-asọdo, ama ebe a na-aga. Maka na onye jụrụ ajụjụ wee sị gịnị, kedu onye ga-enye ife a n'aka ọma mmebi? That's the pure question. It is happening. Nke a wazikwa joke. Nke a wazi bịa pụta n'ilo kwuo ya. Even the Nigerian media can no longer hold what they are hearing. He said what? Who would they give this thing and it will hold in his arms? It's already happening. You can see it. The United States of Biafra, you just voted. You have successfully participated in the democratic process of Biafra self-referendum, first self-referendum 2024. Your vote has automatically been recorded. You know, the zoo were waiting for us to come and stand in line so that they would rig it. But they never knew that we are 10 times ahead of them. You know that the fingerprint was exposed. After exposing the fingerprint, what then happened? So if I where's the seal quick? Where's if again? Na ajụjụ fa na-ajụ onye mgbe fa kwesịrị ịjụ ajụjụ a na fa ga-amara na onye jụrụ ajụjụ mere gịnị ghọtara ebe ajụjụ kwesịrị isi wee bido. You don't tell me that. That's the victory. We must march on unreliably, more focus on the work. And by so doing, everybody will see the big victory that we are pursuing. We must stand very strong, doing the needful, and making sure that every corners and every junction has this test we have been longing for. The full doorstep. Now that voting has now taken place, we can now, with our full chest, say what should be done. The stone which the builder rejected has become the cornerstone. And whether you like it or not, we are now in that verge, walking around, making sure that things will occur the way it should. You get the point. So as we looked into this verge, we must get to see one of the strongest part of it in every formidable force. And that is where our restoration must begin. Whether you like it or not, more victory must be made. And that is where we are going. We are now in that point where we can no longer look back to sympathize with anybody, to beg anybody to support us, but the victory has to be restored. One by one, the nation is forming. What we do now, our children will not go back to do it. We have done this one has passed, and we'll keep doing. The victory must be restored. God bless Simon Eba and Nnamdi Kanu. Hope Uzodinma on the run as his army met with the Biafran army, and they could not withstand the shooting power. They could not withstand the shooting force that the Biafran army came with. You see, for a very long time, a lot of things have been measured, a lot of things have been made to be believed for so long, but we cannot, without dilution, help ourselves in a very big format. And that is why I will say the way it is. We are consumably focusing on what truly matters. What truly matters. And what truly matters is the freedom of the people, the freedom of a nation, the freedom of the Biafran Republic. We can say it, and we are going to say it again and again and again and again. Same the way they said one good turn deserves another, that's how one bad turn deserves another. Obuzodima has been a terrible force in the eastern part of Nigeria, where he ordered his boys and his men to kill at will, thereby soldiers invading most villages in Biafra land in Imo State and destroying houses, kidnapping women and children and the rest of them. Yet a sitting governor fold his arms and pretend that nothing is happening. As we move forward to what we are expecting, we must, with a very dicey speed, prolong ourselves to the nomenclature of what should be done. And by so doing, we can now see that the BLA, the Biafran Liberation Forces, have been trained for this day, and so be it. Because the juvenile and the home-led gathering of the Biafran people will definitely shock the zoo of our great victory and what we possess. What each and every one of you are saying now is that there's a larger victory of what must be done. And so be it. Everybody will get to see what the light truly possesses. So, as we march through these wars, these waves, these proclamations of victory, we'll definitely remember most of the important fears that one may not understand. And one of those fears is what? Engaging ourselves where proportion should be made. Victory is not aimed, victory is not given. Victory is not given, victory is not dashed. This is aimed. You have to fight for it before you be called a victor. So as we march forward to this whole land and facing the enemies of Biafra, which some of Igbos are fighting against the restoration of Biafra because of the selfish things that they get from the zoo, we'll get to understand in a greater space and in a greater knowledge that one turn deserves another.